What's up, guys? Crazy Black 108 here, and I'm back for another video. Right now, it's early in the morning, and Good Morning America, I believe this morning dropped the new trailer for Star Wars Andor, and I figured let's give a live reaction. I haven't done this for a Star Wars trailer in a long time. I used to do this on the Crazy Star Wars Fan 108 account, and I figured since I am trying to get the Star Wars content going back on the channel, let's do that. So, without further ado, let's play this trailer.
To steal from the Empire? You just walk in like you belong. They're so proud
The
of
Senate.
themselves, so fat and satisfied. They can't imagine that someone like me would ever get inside their house.
Okay.
Cassian Andor. The
Oh.
Empire is choking us so slowly. We're starting not to notice. What I'm asking is this.
That's not Bronco, but it could.
Wouldn't you rather give it all to something real?
Yo. Ooh, oh, look at that ship
I need all the
design.
heroes I can get.
For the greater good.
Bruh.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it war.
Dog.
There's fermenting out there, son. Pockets of fermenting.
Oh, this looks awesome.
You're in my net. Are you
Yo.
a fish? Or are you a thief?
You're slipping.
I'm not slipping. I've just been hiding for too long.
As
Mama.
long as everyone thinks I'm an irritation, there's a good chance they'll miss what I'm really doing.
What are you really doing?
This is what revolution looks like.
I'm tired of
Yo.
losing.
Did I have de-aged or is that just? Oh, ooh. Oh, this looks like 3-episode premiere. 3-episode premiere, all at the same. Oh my gosh. Okay, a couple things I want to point out that like I saw in this that like get me really excited and get me really pumped is that like, okay, so I know the show is supposed to take place across multiple years. I don't know how many years transpire between the first season, but you know the time passage happens because there's shots in there with Phase 2 clone trooper armor from Revenge of the Sith timeline, you know, for people that may need a small reminder. And then you also have Stormtrooper armor in there, but you also have Death Trooper armor in there. And that's cool. So we're seeing the transition from the Grand Army of the Republic into the Grand, you know, to the Imperial, into the Empire. Seeing the Imperial Senate is dope. Mom Up was cool. I don't think I saw Bail Organa in any of those shots, but like, I if Mon Mothma's in the show, Bail Organa probably will show up eventually at some point. Don't know how soon, but like he has to show up, right? Like that just would make sense, right? But this is freaking awesome. Visually, the cinematography looks great, and I think compared to these other Star Wars shows, I think that this is going to be the most visually stunning one. The Mandalorian looks pretty great. Kenobi looked pretty great too, but like, or Kenobi looked pretty decent comparatively. But this looks super cool. I mean, just like if I clicked through here and let's look at some of these shots again of stuff, like it's just crazy to see. Like also the music and the scoring. I'm not sure if that's the actual scoring from the from the show, but that would be amazing and cool. Also, big thing I just realized looking at the Imperial Senate, the ground of the Imperial Senate now. This shot that I just clicked back to, and here I'll pull this up on screen out to you so you guys can see this. That's the Imperial insignia made into the floor. That's a renovation. That wasn't like that when Yoda and Insidious fought there and then left. But man, like, I love this. I forget what all the different Imperial insignias mean on the chest, or not Imperial insignia, but their rank badges and like what represents what for who and where they're at. Also seeing Cassian as an Imperial, seeing and I forgot old boy's name, but he's from Rogue One too. I'm pretty certain. Or forget, I feel like he's from something else in Star Wars before, but like I'm really blanking on where he's at. But seeing Saw Gerrera and his Parsons, that's dope. Because I didn't expect to see them so like at this point in their life currently, but that's cool. And to see, and so that means we may see a young Jin, because I can't remember how far this is or isn't. Also, what would be interesting too is that like if if you think back to some of the rumors uh, that were going around during the time of Rogue One, there were rumors that like the reason why Saw Gerrera was all damaged the way he is because he and his Parsons had a run-in with Vader, and somehow he survived that, but he barely survived it because he has to be inside this R2. So I'm curious if we'll ever see that come to fruition later in the series. But like the special effects looks pretty great. I love seeing Coruscant again. Seeing the Imperial shuttle is cool. Just it just looks like it's going to be an exciting show, and I love seeing too what looks like a huge battle that's going to happen. This shot Mom Mothma I'm looking at right now is cool. I mean, she always got the good fits, man. Uh, but yeah, I'm looking at this, and like the big thing that I'm seeing and wondering is like, I know that you're supposed to meet some of Cassian's family, but potential spoilers. I'm pretty sure something about his homeworld ends up getting destroyed. So I'm looking at that big, like when Cassian, that final shot, this shot right here. So I'll make sure to pull this up. This shot, when you see this, this looks like the planet's on fire. And what I'm curious to see is this is going to be the first time in live action canon that we will see an Imperial bombardment of a planet with Star Destroyers, and how the Death Star could do it in one shot and it was very effective. But if you bring in, if like for people that like One Piece, you bring like a Buster Call, if you bring in like enough people to bombard this planet, enough ships to bombard, like they did, actually best example, think of Bad Batch season 1, spoilers, and what happens to Kamino. You can wreck a planet, wreck a whole ecosystem, wreck a section of living there so simply. And I'm curious that's what happens to Cassian's planet. But man, either way, I'm excited for this. This looks awesome. I mean, we live in a very blessed time as Star Wars fans to be able to see so much live action Star Wars content so often. And that's just amazing. So this is cool. This is awesome. I can't wait to watch this as it comes out week to week. I mean, it's going to have a different feel to it, I think, than the rest of these shows. And I also think a lot of this practicality of like building practical sets, not relying so heavily on the volume, is going to make a difference from a visual standpoint. But man, this is awesome. I want to thank you guys for watching this. I really appreciate it. Until next time, guys, peace. May the force be with you, and I'll see you around later. Bye.